Here's something that not too many people talk about when we get to our 50s and our 60s, and it is that the closer that people are to you in your life, the greater influence they expect to have in the decisions that you make. This is something that often happens not because they're controlling, but maybe because that proximity and that closeness to you often comes with a great level or degree of expectation that they should have a greater say in your decisions and in the way that you run your life. If you're new here, hello and welcome. My name is Dr. Maria Martinez, and this is the Inner Authority Project. And on this video, we're going to talk about what really happens when people close to us, people that we love, do not approve the decisions that we're making now that we are in our 50s or our 60s, and we are in this period of transformation. Something that I have found along the way is that even our closest to us, even the people that we love, might resist, might disapprove of the decisions that we make when we are going on this transformation phase, and that can impact the way that we trust ourselves. So I thought we'd take a few minutes to talk about this and maybe just kind of break it down so that we can understand better where they're coming from, and even more so how we turn this around so that we can continue to trust ourselves, or so that we can rebuild that trust in ourselves. So what happens when somebody close to you, somebody that you love even, approves of the choices, the decisions that you're making now in life, now that you're in your midlife stage? So there are a few things that I have observed. I'm going to talk about 3 on this video. The first thing that I've noticed that happens is that it is often not about the decision that you're making. They're not necessarily judging the decision because of you, but because of them. Now, what does that mean? Often, this is a sign of discomfort. Sometimes what happens is we, women over 50, we make decisions, we are assessing our role in our life and how things are changing. And when we come to make certain decisions, that might impact people differently. So when we put the decision out there, people around us, people that we love and that have had a great part in our lives, might feel uncomfortable because this decision is stirring up something in them. It might be that it reminds them of a decision that they wanted to make that they didn't make, or a decision and a place in their life where they wanted and needed to be a little bit more courageous, and now they're seeing that through you, and it hurts them. It creates resistance in them because now they're also contemplating the what if. They're seeing themselves through you and your decisions, so they might show that reaction as a sign of disapproval. So first sign or observation is not necessarily that they're disapproving of you or your decision, but rather that they're looking at it through their own lenses. The second symptom or behavior that I've noticed when it comes to people around us and the way that they might show disapproval of our choices might be related to the fact that they're assessing this change or this decision through the relationship they had with who you were or who you used to be, and not with the person that you're becoming. Does that make sense? So they are assessing this change because of who you were. The people closest to you, let's think about this for a moment, they had a relationship with you based on a version of who you used to be, a role that you played. And that doesn't mean that you're no longer playing that role at all, but I think we might have to agree that in our 50s and our 60s, those roles evolve. We've talked about in other videos about the way that some of those situations in life call for us to make different decisions because we have outgrown those roles or those titles. So now people around us, people that we love and that are close to you, might be thinking, wait a minute, this is not the woman that I used to know. This is not the way that woman used to be. So now they are almost grieving the version of you that would have made a different decision back then, 10 or 20 years or 30 years ago. So they are looking at this decision and perhaps showing distrust or disapproval because this is not in alignment with what they perceive to be a decision that you would have made in the past. And that doesn't mean that they won't approve in the future. That might be that this is the way that they're reacting right now. Now, there's another observation that I have made from people close to us that might come across as distrust or disapproval. And it's somewhat related to that second point, but this refers to their sense of disapproval because they're protecting the place that they occupy in your life. Let's think about this for a moment. If your decision changes the way that you show up for other people, the amount of time that you show for people, the dynamics of your interactions or the frequency of your interactions or how available you are or how much you do for other people, these are things that impact them and that, of course, will create some level of discomfort because they don't know how that is going to look like in the future. So as you think about these decisions, the shift is to help them understand and come to terms if it's the right time and if they're ready for that, to understand that that doesn't have to change the quality of your relationship. It might just change the dynamics or the way that you're interacting with them. And if their disapproval or their sense of trust is not really about judgment, what can we lean on instead? Because we don't want to lean on external validation. We know that we are evolving, we are transforming ourselves, we are in this evolution into our midlife, right? Building our 50s and our 60s after we've done amazing work, after we've raised beautiful families. So what does this look like now? This is a great opportunity for us to lean on that sense of inner trust, that inner confidence that comes from knowing that we made the decisions based on what we know is best for us right now. This is the perfect time to say, I'm going to sit with my decision for a moment and I'm going to own it. I'm going to articulate that this is what I want. Your own reasoning holding up to the decisions that you're making. And that might be different if those people around you are looking at the changes the same way. It's still coming back to your sense of confidence and inner trust. That's the actual shift, to actually stop waiting for that external validation or seal of approval and knowing that you are the one that is dictating what comes up next. You already did a lot of that work. So it's about reclaiming that sense of inner authority that says, this is what I want. Now, your inner action for this video is to think about a decision that you might be contemplating. What decision? Can be big decision, can be small decision, doesn't matter. One decision that you are playing and toying around with right now. Call it out and boom, make a decision. Don't wait for permission, don't wait for external validation or authority. Claim it as your own. That might be, my friend, as simple as to determine what you're going to have for dinner this evening, or where you're going for vacation in the winter, or anything in between. This is really about reclaiming that sense of authority, understanding that even the people around us, even the people that we love, are going to go through their own emotions and process the changes that we are going through. And that's all good. That's okay. Now, if any of this resonated with you, I would love to hear from you. Please tell me on the comments if you've noticed any of those observations that I made earlier about people that might be close to you that are not approving your decisions yet. And tell me what you're facing. Tell me what you're finding. And if you have already gone through this phase, also tell us, because we love to hear from you. After all, we're building community. And the last request I have is please like and comment this video. We're building a community, and I want to be able to reach more women in their 50s and 60s like you and me, who are reclaiming our inner authority as we transform our lives with confidence and poise and validation that comes from within. That's it for now. This is Dr. Maria Martinez saying goodbye. See you on the next one.